$1 million, a mile. And so when you understand all that and you throw it in with water, when we negotiated the water thing finally for them to be able to sell it, they didn't have the money to put in the pipeline. And so Central West in 2009 carried a special bill that allowed me to make a major capital improvement project out of water. What it basically meant is I had to go in there and build a road and I could stick a water line in it. Got to be creative. And that's what we had to do. So the fact is, yeah, Lancaster had the water. They wanted to sell it to Wilmer, but they couldn't do it because they didn't have the wherewithal. They didn't have the money for an 8-inch water line. $10 million. And so I bequeathed $5 million from the county and did a split between Lancaster and Wilmer of $5 million and gave them a 20-year payback. Now, you do that by creating what they call tax increment finance districts because those businesses can move in there. The problem with businesses relocating is they all got to build their own water system for fire suppression. Cannot afford it. As I said, one of my good friends standing here, even them, in terms of electrical power, the grid won't support it. So I can have Procter & Gamble out there, which I do have. I got Whirlpool out there, which I do have. I got Ecoles, which I do have. I've got all kind of companies. I got Unilever, Medline just went out there. Got all of these companies. But will the infrastructure support it? And so we don't understand the politics of the water, the $10 million, because one thing I said, well, okay, I'll bequeath y'all $5 million, y'all split $5 million, that's $10 million. Problem is I had to come in, not only design the road, then I had to come in and build a storage unit. Then I had to come in and build a pump station. Man, I'm in the water business. I'm a commissioner. I build roads and bridges. But I'm in the water business because it doesn't matter how many roads you build, thoroughfares, bridges, and I did Wintergreen and Pleasant Run along with TxDOT. You got all of that around that so-called 360, 4-acre intermodal, which, by the way, is expanding. But it's the infrastructure. And not only, I said electrical, same thing with Atmos. I mean, I got a gas line out there that's 70 years old. I need $2 million to try to relocate it. And so when you understand all of these dynamics, it's you know how long it takes to bring a road to design? I mean, if you're lucky, based on whether or not you're going to do open drainage or closed drainage, you're lucky if you can do it in 4 years. And when you look at Dallas County, my district is 40% of 900 square miles. I got 40%. I start in Lower Garland. I follow the Kaufman County line. I've got Sunnyvale, 3/4 of Mesquite. I've got Sigerville. I got a little place called Combine that's split between me and Kaufman that nobody's even heard of. I hit the Ellis County line. I come all the way over to the Tarrant County line. I got 40% of Dallas County. And so when you look at that,
you have the largest district in Dallas County.
I have the largest area district in Dallas County. But the law says that my primary responsibility is unincorporated roads. Those are roads that nobody wants. No city wants to annex them. They have no benefit. Because what the legislature stopped the cities from doing is just annexing land. Now, they may be in your what they call ETJ, your extraterritorial jurisdiction. But you just can't annex it until you are ready to bring the services to that area. And so 127 miles of unincorporated road, guess what? 126 and 1/2 miles is in my district. Okay? So, brother, I mean, I run a full complement staff. I'm building roads and bridges. I'm trying to negotiate with my cities. And, there are two kinds of cities. There's what's called general rule cities, and there's what's called charter home rule cities. And charter cities, they make their own laws. Citizens vote. They decide, who's going to serve, how long they're going to serve. They decide. That's what charter rule cities is. So all of our cities are charter rule cities except 3. And unfortunately, they don't have the wherewithal. It's one thing to talk about, cities should be able to do this and cities should be able to. It's called tax base. And if you don't get the commercial side of the aisle, you can have all the residential, what they call rooftops. You can run all the rooftops you want to. And DeSoto has been remarkable in that. But the moment that we put e-coals out there, and e-coals, keep in mind, went from the last e-coals built to the #1 e-coals in the country. And you know why? A couple of reasons. They've enlarged access, #1. #2, great workforce. 60% of the employees at e-coals, which is now the #1 in the country, comes out of DeSoto, Texas. And so when you understand workforce, when you understand all the challenges that we have, then, and we have, keep in mind, Dallas County has only one revenue stream: ad valorem taxes, property tax. That's it. Cities get sales taxes. We don't get sales taxes.
How are we doing with this? How are we doing with those taxes?
Well, ad valorem tax, we're doing good. We're doing great. But you know why we're doing so good? Because you have the lowest taxes, the county of almost any county in the state of Texas. There are 3,104 counties in the United States. Dallas County is in the top 10. But let me tell you what we did. In 1999, think about it. When is the last time you voted? If you live in Dallas County, when is the last time you voted on a county bond election? You haven't done it since 1995, but we've still been operating. And what we've done is we went to a pay-as-you-go plan. And therefore, what we do is we set aside $80 million. We split it between $40 million for facilities and $40 million for transportation. And then we take our cities and we challenge our cities on what we call for projects. You gotta understand this. This is a business. This is governance. This ain't gimmicks. This is about governance. And at the end of the day, when you got your tax rate, you get a double AAA bond rating. It's because we ain't got no debt. We just built a $38 million.
So we just got to be what, paid in full?
Huh? Okay. All right. I want to do this.
We're good.
Well, oh no, I'm fine. The problem is that folks don't know anything about counties and cities, and they have no idea.
We gave a little bit on that, what you was talking about before you came up. I'm glad you said that, though, because I was telling Young Strip that, what a commissioner does. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't know that. Yeah. But what you've done is you've expanded the scope on it, so that's what we want to talk about when we talk about it.
Okay, yeah. And I don't mind going back to, just that basic setting the tax rate, Parkland Hospital.
Now, let's go back on Parkland.
Parkland?
Yeah, go on Parkland. Yeah, we're going to Parkland deal. So right now, we playing paid in full. So I'm going to go back. When we come back, we're going to fade this out and give them about a minute on Eric B. And then after that, we'll go back on Talk Back with John Wiley Price. We're going back, man.
Hey, man, Liberation
Radio. Yeah. So we'll do that. We'll soft sell it.
No one gonna slam you, bro.
Yeah, I know.